Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 17 of this Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Kaiserreich mod, and we are playing as the German Empire. We are the army with a state. So you may be able to tell that I'm playing with a slightly better audio this time. Basically, I got myself some audio editing software, and I will be applying that to this. However, and this is something which is a little more important to Hearts of Iron and other strategy games than they were to, say, RimWorld, and that is background sounds. Usually I have them very, very limited, and I would like to continue doing that. Unfortunately, with the new audio editing stuff, it edits everything, and I record everything in just one audio track. Sorry, this is going to get a little bit technical. I just want to kind of explain this because I'd like some feedback. So it records everything into one audio track, which means it can't be split out. So the normalizing process, which makes the quiet parts of when I'm kind of mumbling to myself, trying to work out what on earth I'm doing, and that's usually when I get really focused in the game, are going to be louder, and then the loud bits, usually at the start, are going to be quieter. That also, however, raises the quiet sound effects in the background, and I cannot separate them out. I have spent about 3 hours today trying to get that to work. I should, by all intents and purposes, be able to split out into a multiple track. This recording software does support that, but it just crashes the render. Oh, sorry, it just crashes the recording, so it does not work. So let me know if it's okay with the louder background sound effects. I think it probably will, because they'll still be kind of more muted compared to the main voice, I hope, but especially when planes are flying around and ships warnings and stuff like that, it might well cause issues. I don't know. Let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. If I have to fix things, well, I kind of suspect it's going to be either 1080 60p frames per second or multiple audio tracks. I can't do both. Unfortunately, my graphics card's just not good enough to support all of that. Okay, with that technical bit out of the way, sorry about that little jumpy thing. I did have to go back to a previous save because a really irritating bug was killing my entire army. Basically, what was going on... No, I'm not going to say that because spoilers. So, between episodes... No, not even between episodes. You can tell how frustrated I am by this. Sorry, I keep pounding the desk and I know you can hear that. Right, so, last episode. Let's start from what should actually be the beginning. So in the last episode, we were planning our attack on Great Britain. We have established a number of different attack routes because we tried to attack in just 2 locations and we got repulsed very, very easily. So instead, I'm going to try a more widespread attack and basically hit them from multiple different angles, multiple different locations, and then basically force them to spread out their troops. And then if we can make a landing in even one place, then we can start flooding in troops and it'll be good. Meanwhile, and that is not the only thing that we're going to be doing, meanwhile we are pounding them with aircraft. We have got almost 1,500 strategic bombers hitting the UK at the moment. The ones down here in southern England have done almost 90 buildings damaged. You guys, nothing yet, but we've only just started bombing northern England. So, yeah. Even if our initial naval assaults get repulsed, and they might be, then we can just launch again, and again, and again. And because we are hitting their factories, they're not going to be able to get supplies. So over time, we're just whittling them down through attrition. That is basically my attack plan. Now, all we need to do is for one of these guys to win their landing, and then we can start flooding in with the rest of our troops that we have here on the borders already waiting for that order. So, that's that. The other thing that's happening right now is we have got Russia as a puppet. Now, something of an experiment, because I'm not entirely sure how this works, but we are trying to diplomatically annex Russia through the subject system. We are building a ton of factories and things here, which is reducing their autonomy, and the next step actually will be to annex them. And I believe, and I'm not sure about this, and this is the reason for the experiment, that Russia will then become a core, and if it does, then we get all of their manpower, because you get way more manpower if an area is core as opposed to not core. So eligible core population, 6.5% of our total core population we can recruit, or 0.128% of non-core population. You can see the big difference there. It's like 6.48% roughly additional people from core versus non-core. So if we can make Russia core, then we can try and start doing that elsewhere. And in fact, we can also do that through the Kaiserbund project. Though Russia having been a spoil of war as opposed to actually a colony, that won't be one of those options. Anyway, we are going to push forward through time, and we are essentially just going to wait until Rommel has finished his military preparations, because he is getting his planning going. He is one of our naval commanders right now, which is kind of bizarre. Who's attacking? Oh, that's the Dutch. Okay, not a problem. So, Rommel, are you ready? You are ready, I think. Alright, you have a go. Go, 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 go. I want to see lots. There we go. Loads of boats starting to take off. And over there. Rommel, yeah, and Rommel as well. Alright, so the attack over here is being pushed back. Oh, it's a green, it's a green, it's a green. It's flickering down here. If we force even one location, just one location. Oh, might get that one. How's Rommel doing? Yeah, Rommel's ones aren't as successful, but this one I have hope for. And we are going to be hitting them in a couple of other locations too. Look at the number of planes going across, that's ridiculous. Oh, who's being attacked here? Dutch submarines, that's fine. So long as it's not my convoys, that's the important thing. Alright, a couple of Rommel's marines are heading home, having failed to attack. And that's fine. So you're just heading back. Now what I will have to do is cancel your assault. No, I didn't mean... I thought the attack here wasn't going to just be cancelled because they were already fighting. I thought cancelled just meant the ones that weren't fighting, they wouldn't renew. Because otherwise we'd just have these guys going back, forward, because they don't wait to get organisation back. They just attack again, which is ridiculous. That is something they really need to fix. Alright, so we're just going to have to attack again. We've got a couple of people moving around, but the planning preparation is still there. Are they moving troops around? No, it looks like we'll be able to just go again. And remember, this whole time we will be costing them attrition. In fact, what I kind of want to do, just so we can see how this works, so we're going to stick these two in a new theatre. We're going to rename this Naval Assault, and then we can see precisely how much equipment we're costing them, as opposed to how much we ourselves are spending. So, we can still see it carries across. So combat, we've lost a lot of our own and not really done very much to them. That hopefully will change. Hopefully. Alright, are we ready for another go? I think we are. Go. We're going to let Rommel get to about here before we launch with the other Marine Corps. Who is your commander? Lieb. Before Lieb goes, because he is a little bit closer to them. Well, go on then. You go. Oh, you have gone. Never mind. Oh, it's red this time. No. No, it's green. Yellow. Go green. Go green. Go green. Oh. There's a bit of freeze there. Looks like they're all red. Bugger. The other thing I can do, of course, is start building some land bombers and bombing their land stuff. What I think I'm going to need to do, because this air battle is becoming rather ridiculous, is we also need to build some air bases along here. So we're just going to upgrade all of the air bases that are in range to be of a level that we can then use. I think Loire as well. Yeah, that'll do for now. And then we can start sticking in some more fighters and stuff. And the other thing I would like to do is start building either close air support or tactical bombers. Do we actually have the tech for that? We do not, no. Okay, so we'll need to start researching one of those. It's no problem. They're attacking convoys, but not having much luck. Yeah, this one's definitely the one that should have been the most likely. Oh, that's the Dutch attacking, never mind. In fact, if we go again, have we recharged at all? Are we able to launch another? Where are they all? Why are you running around? Guys! If I was able to attack straight into what the Dutch were doing there, then we would have had more luck, potentially. Yeah, they're trying to hit convoys. Not having much luck, thankfully. Oh, there's a big fight going on here. Ooh, the Dutch have caught the Union fleet. We keep, seeing them, but none of our ships are ever present. That's so irritating. Oh, we sunk something here. We lost one... No, the French lost one destroyer. And the Greeks lost 8 destroyers and 3 light cruisers. The Empire of France. And again. They're almost catching that Dutch battleship, which really needs to go home and repair. Alright, let's try again. Now that hopefully you're back in position. Yes, you are. Are you going? You're going. Good. Oh, I think we've caught them this time. Yes, we have. Aid our allies. That's giving them a bunch of factories. If we want to preserve our hegemony, we must ensure our allies and protectorates throughout the world are strong and loyal. Let us invest in our puppets and colonies. Cool. We can't get any of these treaties. We could get the Kaiserbund stuff. We could build more dockyards and things, but I don't think we really need to. I don't think we need either of these either. So yeah, let's start going on the Kaiserbund proposal. See what that does. The Liberal Party of the Reichstag, but also some individuals from the right and the left, have for some time been discussing setting up a Kaiserbund, a German variant of the British Commonwealth. The colonies have become expensive to maintain, and centralised government of them have turned out to be inefficient. Perhaps reform is the only way. We'll see what that does. Oh, we are. We might actually force the landing here. Go, 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 go! They're still trying to hit our convoys. This fight keeps on going on, but we're not sinking anything. Our navy was literally just here. Where are they? That's them trying to bomb the navy. I'm surprised that all of my light cruisers are not having more luck. Oh, we're sinking. No, we lost a destroyer. Yeah, our Mediterranean fleet's really taken a beating. Let's go and add some ships. Wow, they're down to 1 boat. Okay, so all the ships that we are building right now, I would like to have go to the Med fleet instead. And that should bolster their numbers, because we know that there's like a couple of the Baltic states down here. Romania, for instance, although that's in the Black Sea, not in the Mediterranean. Greece has a fleet. I think Bulgaria might have. Some of the other Baltics did. And we kind of want to kill them. Oh, wow, that was quick. The Kaiserreich's colonial policy, despite previous rejection of Kaiserbund project in the Reichstag roughly 4 years ago, ongoing economical troubles that the German Empire is experiencing, combined with numerous colonial uprisings, have proved that in order for German Empire to once again achieve leading place among the world's most economically powerful states and save its colonial empire, the drastic cuts in colonial administration apparatus and extensive reorganization of existing colonies are required. In a rare act of joint initiative, the liberal Fortschrittliche Volkspartei and Social Democrats of the SPD have proposed a plan dubbed as the Kaiserbund project, which promises to solve existing problems with colonies. However, in order to allow this project to pass through the Reichstag, at least marginal support from the conservative parties in the Reichstag will be required, since both patrons of this project don't have the necessary 2/3 majority. Reichstag approves, or it's killed. Yeah, we approve, because I don't even know what it is. Okay, so we have some more military factories. We were going to start building some close air support, I think is what we're going to do. Okay. Ooh, we shot down a plane. Yes, finally. Are we having any luck in our naval invasions? No. And now that we're on the 0 organization, you're just doing these suicide assaults, which are ridiculous. We should have followed through in that first attack. Yeah, they're hitting our convoys. Ooh, ooh, no. Yes, we finally caught a battlecruiser and some aircraft. Awesome. And in fact, with the close air support bombers, I think we can have them targeting shipping. In which case we can go after the Union ships here. We have 3,000 heavy fighters now. Do we have any strategic bombers? Not quite. But we should be just obliterating... Yeah, we are. Buildings. Haha. Alright, so who do we want to do in the Kaiserbund? I think we're going to do Madagascar. We'll see what that gives us. Madagascar has been claimed to be rich in natural resources, but due to inefficient governance, little has come of it. Few men know Africa as well as Arnold Schutz, however, and if anyone can govern it to a stellar member of the Kaiserbund, it is he. Alright then, see what that does. Off you go. Right, are we ready for go number 2? And in fact, we're losing a buttload of experience. We could probably do with training these guys. Okay, level 5 radar. Let's get level 6. Sure, why not? And actually, those air bases, we need to make sure that they are prioritized. Let's do that. Plus, of course, the Russian stuff. How is Russia looking? They are losing autonomy rapidly. Excellent. Alright, here's the next assault, which has failed already. Really? It's like you're not even trying. Yeah, okay. Halt, halt, train, train. Oh, don't tell me that cancels their planning bonus. No, it doesn't. Good. Assembly line production, plus 20% production cap. Lovely. It's not 43 yet, so we can't get the final ideas in there. Ground support, plus 10%. Yes, please. Because we're going to need that now that we're shifting our priorities. Start getting even more air attacks going on over here. Start pounding them into the dust with close air support, shooting the planes down. Or shooting down with the planes, rather. Right, you guys are losing a lot of experience. Why is that? Alright, Madagascar Kaiserbund. We have established a loyal kingdom in Madagascar as part of the Kaiserbund project. Madagascar becomes a puppet of the German Empire. Oh, so it's a land that was already ours that now becomes a colony. Or a puppet. So this is basically saying that the independent nations are better than them being under my control. Screw it. We're going for a modern state, or something. The wealthy and the very populous regions of Indochina has a history of resisting foreign occupiers. No, I'm not going to do this. No, it's a terrible idea. Because that's going to be losing me all the resources. India. Actually, India could be a good one. Because that's more manpower and we'll get more manpower out of them as a puppet. Likewise with Middle Africa. But like Indochina, we want the resources. We don't want to give this to another nation. Because then you have to import the resources and that gives them huge amounts of autonomy. Like, I do think that's a bit high. It's the amount of autonomy that costs. Oh man, this tree training is going to take forever. Alright, speed 5. Just keep on pounding them. I guess I need to rebalance some of these. So we're going to make you guys close air support. Hang on. No, you're carrier based. Alright. One more. Yeah, one more. We're building plenty of heavy fighters. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to replace one more heavy fighter. Which is going to be you. With close air support. And then we'll upgrade those as soon as we can. Alright, cool. So how many of those are we building a week? 5. And that's going to go up pretty rapidly. And we have caught another ship. Another destroyer and another light cruiser. Marvellous. Is our Mediterranean fleet growing at all? Slowly. It does have a lot of detached ships though, to be fair. Ooh, they just got a tier 3 battleship. That's going to help them. Awesome. I was going to say, we're really short on equipment. Ooh, fleet and being. Haha, marvellous. That is a big boost. Right, it's the beginning. It's not the end. Okay, we need the close air support. Is your tail on the wrong way around? Looks like the tail's underneath. Interesting. Yes, let's get that one. The Kanonenvogel. Status of Indochina. Rise of the Ceylon Kaiserbund. We have established a loyal kingdom in Ceylon as part of the Kaiserbund project. Huzzah. As part of the Kaiserbund project, we have decided to make our Indonesian holdings a semi-autonomous state of our empire. How would you like to divide the lands? Malaysian... Release the Sultanate of Malaysia, becomes a German puppet. Or we split them between Malaysia and Sarawak. No, I think we want one. And Sierra Leone. The state of Sierra Leone is quite small and offers us little more than an important port in the western reaches of Africa. Mainly made up of jungle, we can imagine an adventurer such as Henon Detzer governing it excellently. So this is adding tons and tons of new puppets. But these are people that we can recruit troops from. Plus it's adding a plethora of awesome new flags. And I can just build factories in them and then re-annex them as core territories. Hopefully! Depending on how the Russia experiment goes. Right. I think, yeah, we are on full bombing now on both areas. Very good fighter coverage. I'm going to assume that they don't have many left because we should be pounding their industry into the soil. They still have a lot of fighters here. They can't be being very active. We are losing a lot of manpower, but I think that's probably mostly due to the number of aircraft that we're putting into the sky. So we're not losing them, we're just using them. Meanwhile, what's happening over here? A very slow advance by the syndicates, I think. I mean, these two are going to be... They're pretty evenly matched. So I wonder if this training is going to make a difference, because this is another plus 25% combat. Plus, once we have close air support coming in, that should be even more bonuses, though we already have air superiority here. Pretty overwhelming air superiority, and we are using Marines. Can we upgrade them at all? No. They already are fully upgraded. And we have the invader ability now. More prep speed and invasion prep time. Cool. Oh, less, yeah, you know what I mean. Right. They still have a big fleet. How is my main fleet not catching them? It's kind of ridiculous. Home defense. Awesome. That was more interception detection. Okay, naval mission efficiency, not what we're really planning to do, but it leads us to other technologies after that. Yeah, we're already getting that one. That's fine. I was like, wasn't I meant to be researching something? I feel like I was supposed to be researching something. Okay. Do we have any free bases nearby? We do. Lovely. Let's bring in a 50 strong unit of close air support. And do that again. Plus 50. Close air support. Plus 50. Close air support. Plus 50. Close air support. I think we can do this a couple of times. Plus 50. Close air support. That's 250. Yeah, we've got loads. Plus 50. Close air support. And you always want to do these in roughly wings of 50 to 100. The reason for that is they can target only one division each. So putting more than 50 in a flight will mean that you're utterly decimating one enemy division. We want to hit multiple divisions, so we want to have multiple planes. And we'll see how much of the air capacity that is using up here. We want you guys just during the day, like so. And I was also kind of wondering if the planes that we have in the English Channel, if we want to switch these around a bit, because they're all going during the day. We should have some of them going at night. So let's switch half of you to nighttime duty and see if we can catch more of the enemy fighters here. Alright. We should be sending out quite a lot of new air support here. They're not having a great efficiency. Oh, that's mostly because of the storm. That's fine. There we go. Big boost. Boom. And they should start filling up fairly quickly. The Ottomans and the Ottomans and Iran have made a peace, and Armenia and Iran, and Tripolitania and Egypt. What was the outcome? Egypt takes a bunch of land, Iran takes a bunch of land, Hashemite Arabia is independent. So the Ottomans are reduced to modern Italy. Italy? Turkey. Italy. Mordred.